It's Carol on the road again, and we're ready to find out where we're going next. The treasure chest, as you know, is filled with your suggestions that you write in on the email down there someplace. Are you ready? Okay. New drum. Okay, let's see. Okay. This one is from Sherilyn, and she lives in Las Vegas, Henderson area. That's pretty close to where we are right now. And she suggests that we go to Red Rock Canyon. And from the distance, I can see it over there, and it's red rock, and it just looks really, really interesting, and I've wanted to go there. So that's where we're gonna go. Sounds like fun. It's gonna be a driving tour, and we want all of you to come with us. On the road again. I'm glad you're joining us on the driving tour to Red Rock Canyon. Oh my gosh, look to the right of us. That is the Las Vegas Raiders' new stadium. It is the Allegiant Stadium. It was built to the tune of $1.9 billion. That's billion. The beautiful Bellagio Casino on the Strip, which was built in 1998, cost $1.6 billion. That kind of gives you a cost comparison. By the way, ladies, we missed the Raiderette tryouts. You know the 50-50 rule. If I were 50 pounds lighter and 50 years younger, I might have had a chance. One of the new concepts for this football field is it has a retractable natural grass field tray, which can slide in and out of the stadium. We're turning from Highway 15 to Blue Diamond Road. We'll be heading west to Red Rock Canyon. We travel on Blue Diamond Road for a few miles, then we turn right on State Road 159. On the right is a factory that makes sheetrock for construction. It's the Blue Diamond Corporation of California. It was built in the 1940s, and before that, in the 1920s, there was a gypsum mine up above, and the gypsum comes down that tube and is delivered to the factory. Nearby was Cottonwood Spring. It was a watering place for people on the Spanish Trail, and later the Mormon Road. Workers in the 1920s from the gypsum mine lived in the area. When the post office opened up in the 40s, they changed the name from Cottonwood Springs to Blue Diamondville, and then later to Blue Diamond Village. Here's our turn for Blue Diamond Village. Here's something you city folks might not be familiar with. We just went over a cattle guard. It's designed to keep wild burros and horses off the main road. As we come in the village, on the left-hand side, beautiful park. There's a skateboard area, soccer field, baseball. Wow, they have a lot of nice things. The population of this village in 2010 was about 290 people. As we turned down the street, if I didn't know any better, I'd say I was back east. It just reminds me of Ohio or someplace like that. On the left-hand side is their library. As we continue on, there's the swimming pool. Pool looks very inviting. Now we're coming up on a golf course, a Frisbee golf course. If you're not familiar with it, you toss your Frisbee as close as you can, and you work your way up to the Frisbee hole, which in this case is a metal basket. We're heading out of town now. The red building on the left is the Civic Center building. And way in front of us is the Mercantile building. That's kind of the general store. And that was established when the village was established in the early 40s. There's a gentleman sitting on the bench outside, just kind of watching the cars go by. And on the side, there's murals of the area. We're going past the park again, a nice swing area. Families having picnics. Holy moly, look at that, horses. Yeah, when's the last time you had a horse in your front yard? Well, we bid a fond adieu to Blue Diamond Village. We enjoyed our visit. We're turning back onto 159, and we just finished crossing that cattle guard, and I had mentioned the wild burros and horses. It's very important to note that do not plan on feeding the wild burros and horses. The burros have a different stomach system than the horses. They can't handle carrots and apples and things like that. It makes them very sick. There's a $500 fine if you're caught doing it. Also, these are wild animals. We're coming up on Bonnie Springs Ranch on the left side. The ranch was originally created in the 1840s, and it was a stopover for wagon trains heading to California. About 1972, a replica Old West town was built with a zoo. But recently it's been closed, and it will become a housing development. We're passing Spring Mountain Ranch State Park. It's not open right now because of the COVID-19 virus. It has been used historically as a working ranch back in the 1860s and a luxury retreat. It was owned by several colorful owners, including a German actress, Vera Crump, and millionaire Howard Hughes. Today's visitors can explore some of the oldest buildings in Nevada. There's an old blacksmith shop, a sandstone cabin that was home to the founding family, and a ranch house. And there's hiking trails throughout the park, in addition to tree-shaded picnic sites with tables and grills. And every summer they have a super summer theater that offers a variety of shows to enjoy. Oh, isn't this beautiful? Look at the contrast of colors. There's the dark green, light green, yellow flowers, the red of the minerals, and look at the sky is gorgeous. I mean, you couldn't paint this. It's just too beautiful. We're coming up on a trailhead right now. For those who don't know what a trailhead is, that's where you park your car and then you hoof it from there. And we'll do an episode in the future where we're going to go walking back in through there. You've seen the red bands along the mountains. Now we're going to talk about how they got there. First of all, would you believe it? This whole place was underwater a mere 600 million years ago. I'm not that old. Up to 9,000 feet of limey sediments were deposited evenly into the limestone. 250 million years ago, the Earth's crust started to rise due to tectonic shifts, and marine shales and sandstones were deposited. As the basin became isolated, formations of salt and gypsum were deposited. Oxidation of iron minerals in the sediments resulted in these beautiful red colors on the rocks. In front of us is a beautiful area, and a lot of people go there to do rock climbing. I know this sounds kind of mundane, but before you attempt that, please go to one of those indoor climbing places and really learn how to do it right and safely. or you can just go watch people do it. Wow, what a panorama of gorgeous, gorgeous desert. This is the Mojave Desert. Look how green it is in early spring. Imagine coming across here in a wagon train and never seeing anything like this in your life. You go, holy cow. Just beautiful. Now we're a little bit closer to the climbing area. Again, a lot of things were closed because of the virus, but we'll be back. Remember, you can do this car trip, and it's free. There is a 16-mile loop road, which is closed right now, and I believe they charge a small fee to do that, but it takes you up and in through the canyons. On the right, I think, is where you can rent horses, and that would be kind of fun to go do and ride a horse back and through there. Not sure the cameraman wants to go horseback riding. As we end our ride through Red Rock Canyon, we're coming out on the other side, which will lead us to North Las Vegas. Yeah, this is right close to Las Vegas, honest. As we drive on out, you can see housing developments right next to Red Rock Canyon. Most of us think of Las Vegas as the Strip and bright lights and entertainers and good food and so forth, but there's so much more to Las Vegas, such as historical and natural beauty places. There's Lake Mead, Hoover Dam, Mount Charleston, fossil beds, and there's always the Pioneer Saloon. Yeehaw! I really thank you guys for coming along with us. We enjoyed your company, and I hope you stay tuned for our next episode. On the road again.